Hello everyone, my name is Gabby, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super review. This time we're reviewing episode 9. Goku summons Shenlong and asks him about the Super Saiyan God. Can the dragon summon him here because they need it right now? Shenlong explains that that's impossible, that the Super Saiyan God no longer exists. But, frightened by Beerus, he can tell them how to make one. It turns out all you need is 5 righteous Saiyans to hold hands and pour their spirit into another, and then that person will become the Super Saiyan God. Pretty simple. So the 5 Saiyans try with Goku, despite Vegeta's protests, and it doesn't work. Because they need 5 Saiyans, and someone's become the god. So 6 Saiyans. Everyone thinks they failed, and Beerus prepared to destroy the Earth, but is interrupted by Videl. She says there is a 6th Saiyan in her womb. She's pregnant with Gohan's child. But there's no time for celebrating, they have to try the ritual again. And this time, with 6 Saiyans, with Videl holding hands along with all the other Saiyans, it works. The sky opens up, the weather starts acting really weird, and the heavenly choir starts. And then it's over, and we get a glimpse of Goku as Super Saiyan God. He actually looks quite similar, except with reddish pink hair and red eyes. Also, he's a bit skinnier. The new god, Goku, apologizes to Beerus for the wait, explaining that they're going to start their awaited battle. Next episode. So, what did I like about this episode? Well, I honestly enjoyed how they did the Super Saiyan God transformation. I'm not normally a fan of when Toei tries to make things way more dramatic than they should be, but I think for Super Saiyan God it makes sense. I mean, it's called Super Saiyan God. It's some kind of legendary warrior, kind of like how the Super Saiyan was supposed to be. It sort of makes sense for there to be some kind of spectacle for this, as opposed to just like, oh, let's just hold hands, my like glow blue a bit, and there you go, now you're a god. And it also sort of makes the reveal to the Super Saiyan God's final appearance a bit better, because you're expecting this to be like this amazing thing, and then Goku just looks almost exactly the same. So, I don't know, like, it's probably not intentionally funny, but I liked that anyway. Also, I'm just gonna have to put it out there, Super Saiyan Videl. Okay, she's not actually Super Saiyan, her eyes don't change, it's just her hair turns gold, sort of like raises up a little bit. And so, but like, she's not actually a Super Saiyan, but it was still really, really awesome because, like, I mean, even if it was, like, I know why it was there. It was mostly just there for dramatic appeal, and it was also there to hold, like, because everyone else is a Super Saiyan, and sort of, like, Videl would have looked out of place. It just, like, it's not supposed to symbolize, mean anything. It's not like Videl's actually a Super Saiyan. It's not like this is gonna come back up later on. But I still find it awesome because until, like, Pan and Bra are born, this is basically this is the closest we're going to get to a canon female Super Saiyan, so it's pretty damn awesome. Speaking of Pan, what I didn't like about this episode, well, the timeline is officially dead. So for those who don't know, Pan is not supposed to be born this early. It's using the same plot point for Battle of Gods, but Battle of Gods took place 5 years after Majin Buu, and while we don't know the exact time frame of when this birthday party in Super is taking place, it's not 5 years after Majin Buu. It's a lot less time than that. So the timeline has been retconned. This is the first major retcon Super has done. But it's not, I mean, at the same time, it's not such a big deal. Like, I was never such a fan of the epilogue, so if they're like changing things slightly, I don't think many people are going to complain that it's not 100% accurate anymore. This isn't such a bad retcon in my opinion, and because it might be we might get to see Pan in action like sooner rather than later. So that could be cool. But it is still a shame, and it makes you wonder if Toei's going to put any more inconsistencies with Super, and it's going to be very annoying to trying to work out what actually happened in the series. Now we have 2 different versions of events. Also, I wasn't a fan of how they handled Videl's pregnancy reveal. I thought it was a little, like, the Super Saiyan God transformation, they made that a lot more dramatic than it was in the original, but for Videl's pregnancy, they made that a lot less dramatic than the original. It was a shame. In Battle of Gods, it was a very touching moment, and it was very sweet, but in here, it's like, it was touching for about 5 seconds, and then they decided to play it for comedy by having Mr. Satan just shove Gohan out of the way, and then have Chi-Chi go on and on about different baby names. And I mean, like, okay, sure, whatever, you can put in comic relief, but this is a big deal. This is a baby, for God's sake. Why don't we just play this straight? This is a baby, and it's also a baby who technically should not exist, because scientifically A lot of like hybrid animals, like things like mules, like with like half horse, half donkey, a lot of like hybrid animals are actually sterile. They can't have children. So you don't see many like hybrids of like that have like 1/4 of like one kind of animal. So I mean, okay, Dragon Ball Z is not a show that operates by that kind of logic, but by that kind of with if you use that kind of logic, Gohan and Goten and Trunks should not have been able to have kids in the first place. So if like they used that as a plot point, like that would like it would make the birth even more awesome because like not only is it like saving the world, but it's also technically like a miracle that it's happening at all. I know I am like the only person who cares about things like this and the only person who would bring something like this up, but it's still like that would have made the scene a lot cooler, and I know no one else thinks about it, but it's just I guess I can just say that's my headcanon because why not? So that was Dragon Ball Super episode 9. I mean, I honestly enjoyed it. It did feel like there was a lot of padding. Like I feel like there was a lot of just random reaction shots and a lot of just repeated frames and like repeated pictures just in general. But I mean, I honestly still kind of liked it. It was a bit different. There were some things I wish they hadn't done, but I think it did its job right and it was alright. And I mean, it was okay. I mean, Super Saiyan God is going to basically be the thing that is the main difference between like Dragon Ball Z and Super, pretty much. That there's Super Saiyan Gods now. And I do think that for the first appearance of it, they did do it justice, so that's one thing. Anyway, next episode, Goku and Beerus is going to start their fight. Their long-awaited rematch, except this time Goku has the power of a Super Saiyan God. Are we going to see what the limitations, what the powers of a Super Saiyan God is? Because that would be kind of cool. Because I'm honestly not sure. Like, the problem with Goku and Beerus' fight in the original is, like, it's quite tame and we don't really know what exactly their full potential is. But, so yeah, we're going to see their fight and that should be good. Hopefully the fight should not take too long and we're getting to the home stretch of Battle of Gods. And after that, we're going to finally we might see new stuff. That will be amazing. So, this is Gabby signing out and I'll see you all next week. Bye, guys.